First, let me show you what he said last night as you watched it. Watch.
Senator Cruz, congressional Republicans, Democrats, and the White House are about to strike a compromise that would raise the debt limit, prevent a government shutdown, and calm financial markets. That fear of another Washington-created crisis is on the way. Does your opposition to it show that you're not the kind of problem solver American voters want?
You know, let me say something at the outset. The questions that have been asked so far in this debate illustrate why the American people don't trust the media. This is not a cage match. And you look at the questions. Donald Trump, are you a comic book villain? Ben Carson, can you do math? John Kasich, will you insult two people over here? Marco Rubio, why don't you resign? Jeb Bush, why have your numbers fallen? How about talking about the substantive issues people care about?
Okay, so that's how everybody saw it. Now, you'll notice he didn't look down at his notes or anything. The guy has, it's not a photographic memory. It is an audiographic memory, as it's been described to me. I've only seen this reported, much to the media's shame, one other time, and it's in the Wall Street Journal, and it happened about a year ago. The guy is excoriating the line of questioning of the moderators, and he rattles off a series of questions that he objected to. He remembered them all on the fly. Now, when I came in this morning, I said to my editors, I said, I want you to take what he said, because I watched it and I was like, yes, go get him, Ted. But I wanted to know, was he right on what everybody said? Remember, he has an audiographic memory, so he just heard it. He can repeat it back exactly as he heard it. So I had them take what he was saying and put the question, the line of questioning just before, did he get it right? And then I asked him to look for a second thing. But first, let's see if he got it right. Watch.
The questions that have been asked so far in this debate illustrate why the American people don't trust the media. This is not a cage match. And you look at the questions.
Is this a comic book version of a presidential campaign?
It's not a comic book.
Donald Trump, are you a comic book villain?
But I've had a really tough time trying to make the math work on this. You'd have to cut government by about 40% to make it work with a $1.1 trillion goal.
It's not true.
Ben Carson, can you do math?
You said yesterday that you were hearing proposals that were just crazy from your colleagues. Who are you talking about?
John Kasich, will you insult two people over here?
You've been a young man in a hurry ever since you won your first election in your 20s. Why not slow down, get a few more things done first, or at least finish what you start?
Marco Rubio, why don't you resign?
Governor, the fact that you're at the fifth lectern tonight shows how far your stock has fallen in this race, despite the big investment your donors have made.
Jeb Bush, why have your numbers fallen? How about talking about the substantive issues people care about?
I don't know about you, but this guy was a game changer last night with that. That's the guy I want sitting across the table from Vladimir Putin, sitting across from the Wall Street bankers. He'll have all of his facts. He'll have them all up here and say, excuse me, that's not what you said. The second thing I asked them to look for was, did he get them right? He got them all right. But did he get the order right? Yep, he got the order right as well.